Québécois leader Pauline Marois once again attacking all things federaliste. Marois slammed the Queen, saying the royal family is just another Canadian institution that is, quote, useless. Brigitte Pellerin was watching that story. She joins us live.
Bonjour.
Hi, Brigitte.
Bonjour. Pat, bon matin. Yes, it goes very well indeed, except, of course, when it comes to a story like this. I saw this story this morning in the English-speaking newspapers, and I thought, oh, there we go again. Nothing about the Queen's Diamond Jubilee that would stop a Parti Québécois leader from dissing Her Majesty, and I find this personally very distasteful. Here's what Pauline Marois said yesterday in La Gaspésie. Well, she called the monarchy an outdated institution. And on that note, I do like the comment we got from one of our viewers saying, funny you should mention outdated institutions there, Miss Marois. Talk about the PQ as one outdated institution. She also said that it was a waste of money because we spend a ton of money on the monarchy. She also said that it was an emblem of the cultural rift that exists between Quebec and the rest of the country. And she says Canada, for instance, puts its youths in prison, abolishes the gun registry, forces seasonal workers into lower paid jobs, and speaks English, not French. And on that note, I would like to also highlight the crass ignorance of Madame Marois, because Her Majesty speaks excellent French. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the whole family does, I think.
Absolutely.
But, Brigitte, is it, and you said you saw this in the English-speaking newspapers, what about the French-speaking? I mean, is this something that might resonate?
I was double checking again, and all the French papers that I could see this morning, not even mentioned anywhere that I could see. I'm not saying it didn't make any news anywhere, but as far as I could tell this morning, it did not even register yesterday, the comment that she's made. And a number of other things that she said did register, but not that one at all. This is one of those things in Quebec where I guess there's still very much a number of supporters of the monarchy, or people are at best indifferent to it, which is fine, it's their right. But you don't really hear about them very much. As far as the people who tend to set the agenda as far as news coverage goes, that's just not an issue at all. And this is something, again, that makes people outside of Quebec just want to tear their hair out in frustration, say, well, you don't even have an opinion on this that's worth sharing? You don't think this is news? Well, sorry. No, they don't.
Brigitte, here's the thing. If everything Marois is anti-federalist, I mean, what we're seeing in the United States is people are concerned about the economy. They're concerned about jobs. I mean, have we seen anything from PQ or the CAQ or anybody else in terms of, let's get the economy going and let's create jobs? I mean, let's be proactive as opposed to anti-federalist.
Yeah, the Parti Québécois was never the strongest party when it came to the economy. They did, yesterday she did talk about gas exploration and oil exploration, in La Gaspésie and things of that nature, but they're kind of straddling the line between trying to be environmentally friendly and not anti-business, except, of course, when it comes to the English language. You were asking earlier if there was anything positive in her campaign, and I said no, not really, except, of course, if you consider beefing up Bill 101, the French language charter bill legislation. That's certainly something she wants to do and make it very, almost verboten for English speaking for stores, for instance, or employees in Montreal to address customers in English.
Really? Never mind that I get lost when I go there anyway, because I can't read half the signs in enough time.
Yeah, well, now you'll have to figure it out, or take me.
Or take you.
I'll be your guide.
But what does that do to all the other tourists out there, Brigitte?
It's not good. And you know what? It's just something that's not applied, because most people who work in the hospitality industry in Montreal, they're smart enough to know that, obviously you want people to come back to your city. You want to be friendly. Most people are friendly, and they will simply speak English with you if you can't speak French. But, obviously this is something that PQ politicians really care very deeply about.
And forcing it too. Brigitte, thank you so much.
Thank you.